Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Aquacreep. And I'm back with the third time because I'm going to show you something a little different. And you will see what that is when we get to that point. But basically, it is a different conversation with you and Trevor in the security room, which can happen if you do something differently. I mean, some of the dialogue is different, but not all of it.
There you are. I was just about to radio you. Control wants us back ASAP. Said some freak tropical storm just popped up on radar.
Storm's definitely rolling in. Looks like it's gonna be a rough one. You need a hand with anything out there?
Nah, I can take care of this. What are you gonna do?
Probably go see if anyone else needs help with any storm preparations.
Looks like all the major equipment has been stored away already. But it couldn't hurt to ask around. Well, I better get my shit together here before it lets loose on us. My guess is it's gonna last all night. Maybe longer.
Hey, Steve. What's a good word?
Not a whole lot. But no news is good news, right? Heck of a storm brewing out there, ain't it? Reminds me of the kind we used to get back in Manchester.
Maybe we should break out the booze and have ourselves the traditional hurricane party.
That's more or less the plan. As soon as everyone wraps up what they need to get done before the storm, I'm pretty sure we're all meeting in the rec room. Probably not Isabel. You know how she is. She'd rather do science by candlelight if you'd let her.
You know she's right there.
Should be a pretty heavy storm. The radar was showing a lot of red. We'll be fine, though. The Institute keeps our preparations pretty thoroughly stocked.
Isabel, everything cool?
I suppose. The storm is most inconvenient. The timing couldn't be worse. We were making excellent headway on the project, and now we have to put it all on hold to prep the facility before it hits.
Might be good to break away from it for a while. I hardly ever see you outside the lab lately.
I've already got a mommy, Dean. I understand this might just feel like work to the rest of you, but I'm highly passionate about what I do. Furthermore, I find the research stimulating, which is more than I can say about that boorish Sean Anderson.
Well, he's not so bad.
Look, I don't mean to brush you off or anything, but I need to focus on getting some things in order. I'll speak to you later, okay?
Sean's not such a bad guy. Isabel doesn't seem so bad either. She just likes what she does, that's nothing.
You should see if anyone else could use a hand with anything. We're all good here.
That's not a bad thing.
Sorry, Dean, I really need to focus right now.
But there is such a thing as enjoying it too much, which I think is the case for Isabel. Again, that's not always a bad thing. I like all the characters in this game, but if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Rebecca here.
Sup, jerk?
She's cool.
There you are. I was worried I wasn't going to meet my asshole quota for today. Have fun playing Aquaman this morning?
Yeah, it was okay. Need a new octopus. Think my current rig is cracked.
Think there's a spare in one of the lockers. We should be getting a fresh order of regulators next month. I'll put in for a new octopus as well. Hey, by the way, you heard the crew is meeting up in the rec room for the storm, right? I'll be the one getting drunk off my ass, so come have a beer with me later, okay? Can't wait until the party starts. I'm gonna drink shots through a snorkel.
Hey, man. How's it looking?
Oh, hey, Dean. Back in the dive already? Guess you were worried for some rain, huh?
Yeah, a little birdie told me. Anything I can do to help batten down the hatches?
Nah, we're straight as far as all that goes. Forecast says the main sail should be over us in about an hour or so. Guess we'll find out how built to last this place is.
Howdy, Chuckles.
Howdy yourself. Looks like we're in for a bit of a colorful weather, huh? You stoked for the party tonight?
I think I'll probably take a little nap first. Don't know what it is, but I'm suddenly pretty tired.
Tuckered yourself out on the dive, huh? Makes me think of when I used to take my chocolate lap down on the lake and swim his ass for hours. Afterwards he'd crash for hours. Hey, maybe later I'll balance a treat on your nose, eh? But yeah, this part is gonna be rad, man. Everyone I've talked about this is pretty amped. Isabel seemed a little bummed, but I guess that's just because she'd rather spend the night with her sea snails. Hey, more alcohol for us, right?
Guess so. I don't really drink alcohol, so...
Nah, I'm not worried about it. Just gonna get my drink on with the rest of y'all. Chill out till it's over. Maybe a lot of rain, but still just water. Nothing to get all excited about.
Man, I've been needing a break like tonight. So looking forward to it. This tropical storm couldn't have come at a better time.
Hey there, Irma. What's cracking? Everything all right? You seem kind of twitchy.
To be honest, I'm sort of wigging out a little. I've never been in a tropical storm before.
I can help you with any last-minute preparations if you'd like.
That's nice of you to offer, but there's nothing left to do. Silly, right? Like we're as prepared as we can be out here, and I'm still a nervous wreck. But it's not just the storm. I just have this unnerving feeling. Like something bad is about to happen. I can't explain it. Like, there's the storm, but then, I don't know, this other feeling. Like something isn't quite right. It's probably nothing. I'm sure I'll feel better once everyone's together in the rec room when it hits.
Hey, Rebecca, I have to ask you something.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Have there been any developments on the storm?
Last time I looked out the door, it still pretty much looked like shit. Does that count? Come on, what are you waiting for? Grab a drink and join the fun!
Hello, Uma. How are you holding up?
What, because of the storm? I'm doing surprisingly well.
I wanted to ask you, did you hear what sounded like someone screaming earlier?
Screaming? What, like someone was hurt or something? No, I can't say that I have. Might have been just the sound of the storm. It's awfully loud out there. But I gotta say, this has turned out pretty nice. Not often where working and having downtime are one and the same. I'm having a pretty good time. You look a little down, Dean. Go grab a drink and relax a little. You've earned it. We all have.
Steve, you got a minute?
Oh, hey, Dean. I was beginning to wonder if you were going to sleep right through the party. Say, you don't look very good. Are you sick or something?
So what's a guy gotta do to get a drink around here?
As your appointed physician, I can find no damage to your pouring arm, and I'll be fully capable of helping yourself to the refrigerator. Take 2 and thank me in the morning. Look, why don't you try to enjoy the party? It's not every day the Institute signs our checks to kick back and relax. The storm's really whipping out there. Much better to stay inside.
What? Are you nervous about the storm? Cut loose, man. It's a party.
Hey, Tommy, can I bend your ear for a moment?
You want to talk? Sure. How you doing, man?
Just a little concerned about the storm. Hope we are prepared for it.
I'm certain things will be fine. Things usually work out. You ever realize that? It's like people always worry about things, and the things they worry about almost never happen. Anywho, sure beats work, am I right? You seem worried, Dean. Try to relax. Plenty of time to get serious later.
Hey, Sean, come here a sec.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
This might sound a little weird, but did you hear anything that sounded like someone screaming earlier?
I haven't heard anything. Just taking the time to relax and wait out the storm. You should relax too. Hey, never mind all that. How about you kick back and relax, huh? And remember, we're getting paid for this. Seriously, the Institute is paying us to live out here while we perform our research. But because of the storm, we can't. So we get to party instead. Ergo, we are getting paid to party. How can you go wrong with that?
Ooh, I almost forgot. To get the other conversation with Trevor in the security room, you have to go all the way back to dive storage and investigate. You guys may remember the bloody wetsuit on the floor of the character who was taken over first. Go back here and investigate that.
Shredded and bloody wetsuit. Who did I see wearing a wetsuit with this pattern earlier?
Yeah, pay attention, guys. You'll remember. I'll talk to Isabel when I go back. No, let's talk to her now.
Isabel, can I bother you for a second?
What do you need?
I was just wondering, how come you aren't at the party with the others?
No offense to your party, Dean, but I'd much rather be here. I know that's probably hard to understand, but I didn't just take this job because it pays exceedingly well. Now, you'll have to excuse me, Dean. The project requires my undivided attention. Please.
Whoops. Try that again.
Please. I don't mean to be rude, but I am running out of options. I need to get back to my work.
Yeah, I got way too close to her. Let's talk to Trevor.
You seem worried, Dean. Try to relax. Plenty of time to get serious later.
Hey, let me ask you something. You didn't happen to hear someone scream a bit earlier, did you?
Scream? Where'd you hear a scream?
Well, I'm not entirely sure if it was a scream. I was asleep when I thought I heard it. But it kind of sounded like it came from towards the equipment storage.
Okay, listen close, man. I need to talk to you, but not here. Meet me in the security booth. Don't tell anyone and come alone. You got me?
Trevor, you're kind of freaking me out a little. What's wrong? What are you...
Not here. You walk out first and head over to the security room. I'll meet you there.
What? Are you nervous about the storm? Cut loose, man. It's a party.
I was trying to talk to Trevor.
Seriously, the Institute is paying us to leave out here while we perform our research. But because of the storm, we can't. So we get to party instead. Ergo, we are getting paid to party. How can you go wrong with that?
Man, what are you waiting for, man? Get to the security room. Hurry.
Okay, let's go over there.
Okay, I'm here. Now what's this all about?
Okay, listen. This is gonna seem weird, crazy. But after what I saw, I really don't know how else to describe it.
Jesus, Trevor, man, you look like you saw a ghost. What happened?
I think I know, but I don't want to say it. Not until you've seen this first. See that monitor in the middle there? Keep watching.
What is this, dive storage? Wait a minute, who's that? Good Lord, what the hell did we just see happen?
Somebody just got attacked by something. Who and by what isn't exactly clear, as you can see from the video feed. But whoever it was got back up and shook it off like it was nothing.
Son of a bitch. I guess this explains that wetsuit I found earlier, too.
What wetsuit?
In the end of the video, when the victim stands up and changes clothes in the locker, I found a bloody and shredded wetsuit lying on the floor in the dive storage. It looked like the one Sean was wearing earlier.
For real? Okay, man, shit. But look, from now on, we tell each other everything. Agreed?
Sure. So that's one mystery solved, but we still don't know exactly what we're up against. What are we supposed to do now?
It's gonna have to be good enough, I guess. Here, take this.
Wait, you're giving me your gun? Why?
Don't worry, I keep a spare and some ammo in the security locker. I need you to have this, because you're the only one I can be sure is you right now. I can tell when you asked about the screams you heard on the record earlier.
What do you mean, is human?
I mean, between what you witnessed and what we saw on the security monitors, somebody out there isn't who they say they are.
You're telling me that someone in this facility isn't really a person?
Well, no, duh.
I don't think whoever was attacked is even alive anymore, do you? Whatever that fucking thing was is now running around, pretending to be human, and nobody but you and me have any idea.
Excuse me.
Holy shit. What if there's more of these things? If that's what we're dealing with, then how are we supposed to know which one of us is really human?
I don't have an answer for that yet. But we do know one person ain't on the level, and I think the first thing we need to do is handle that first. You know how to use that thing, right?
Yeah, point the business end at whatever I want to die, squeeze the trigger. Just hope I don't shit myself in the process.
You do whatever you need to do, bro. Get it done. We can't afford to let this thing keep picking us off one by one. I'm gonna head back to the rec room and try to see what I can figure out. Get over there when you're ready to make a move on this thing.
Okay, give me some more ammo. I'm gonna go to some of the other buildings and see if I can find a bit more ammo first. Oh, there's some on this chair here. If you guys remember, this gun carries a maximum of 24 bullets. I think I said that in the last video I just did of this game, but what the hell, it never hurts to remind someone every once in a while.
Hey, you ready for this? I pull this trigger, one of two things is gonna happen.
The way I see it, we ain't have much of a choice. Just be sure before you go popping off shots all over the place.
My guess is it's Sean.
Your guess? I don't mean to get you double thinking on your hypothesis and all, but you glassed on him and you're wrong. That's blood on your hands. Shit. It's a tough call, man. I'm glad I'm not the one who's making it. Don't think I'd be able to make the gamble you're about to roll on. What you waiting for, man? Blast on that imposter and let's be done with this already. Just make sure you don't hit no one you don't suspect on accident.
Well, with these people moving around like that, that's gonna be hard. Come on, Tommy, get out of the way.
Rebecca, are you hurt?
I'm okay, thanks to you. How did you know that thing wasn't human? It looked like the real deal as far as I could tell.
It's complicated. We may still not be completely safe. Keep your guard up.
I can imagine. I would have never guessed. Then again, even after witnessing it firsthand, I'm not even entirely sure what I saw. I'm scared, Dean. I feel like any one of us could be next. And if I can't tell the difference between one of our coworkers and some kind of monster pretending to be one of us, how are we supposed to get through this? I'm terrified to be left alone, but now almost equally terrified of being in a group. I don't know what to do.
Are you hurt? Did it get a hold of you at all?
If you're asking if I'm really human, you can relax. Give it to me straight, Dean. What do you know about all this?
What makes you think I know any more than you do?
Nothing. I just assumed. Or do you normally bring a loaded gun to most parties and start blowing the guests away?
No, I guess I don't.
At any rate, things aren't looking too good for us right now. We'll all need to stay vigilant. Might be a good idea if we all stay far away from each other. Then again, maybe that's the last thing we want to do. This is really messed up. Any one of us could be hiding a creature inside ourselves. What do we do?
Did it get to you? It didn't touch you, did it?
No, I saw it coming and I ducked as it passed me. I just knew something horrible was about to happen. Where did it come from? What was that thing?
Some kind of monster. I've seen it attack people before on a security camera feed. So we know it's dangerous in case what just happened didn't make that completely clear. What wasn't clear is who that person was.
I guess you really couldn't tell anybody about it then. Not until you were sure who was human. I should have followed my instinct. Even before signing up for this, I had bad feelings. I am getting another feeling though. Like a light in the dark. I can't describe it. Something to do with a microscope. I don't know why. But I just close my eyes and I keep seeing a microscope. Like a light in the darkness.
So now you see what we're up against here.
I see it, but I can't quite put it into words. What just happened here, Dean? What was that thing?
We don't know yet, and we aren't sure if it's the only one. Haven't seen any evidence to support it yet, but we can't rule it. Haven't seen any evidence to support it yet, but we can't rule out the existence of others like it. Sorry. Butchered the sentence.
God help us. Multiple creatures. That's all we bloody need. My nerves are still all shot up. Keep trying to calm myself, but the way it just appeared like that. Good Lord. I could have sworn it was human. We need to find a solution to this. Quickly. Maybe Isabel will know what to do. Oh no. That's right. She's been in the lab this entire time. Someone should check on her before the beast strikes again.
Well, I'd say that went as well as could be expected.
You think? Man, it got up through the ceiling panels. Who knows where it could be right now? Shit, if bullets don't kill this thing, what the fuck kind of options did that leave us with?
Well, one option it doesn't leave open is bringing in outside help. Until we completely eradicate whatever this creature is, we can't risk bringing a monster disguised as a person back to the mainland.
I was thinking the same thing. We don't know how this thing reproduces itself, but either one of these motherfuckers walking around the general public unnoticed is too many. Okay, look, forget about all that for right now. We need to think about what our next move is. Maybe something in the lab could... Oh, fuck! Isabel's in the lab, all by herself. She has no idea what just happened here. I'll keep an eye on things here. You need to get to Isabel before that shifty bastard assimilates her too.
Isabel, we need to talk.
This had better be an emergency.
We have a very serious problem. I don't know if you're willing to believe this, but a member of the crew was killed by some kind of creature. The creature then went on to disguise itself as human.
Son of a bitch. I knew it.
Did you hear what I said? People are dying.
Don't be hysterical, Dean. Yes, I heard you, and yes, I understand you think it's a dire situation, but try to think of the big picture here. Allow me to explain. You see, the project we've been focusing on recently, it started out with mollusks and sea snails, until we discovered what we thought initially was a completely new species. A small green slug with yellow spotted patterns along its sides. Nothing about it seemed particularly noteworthy until one day, we discovered its more fascinating attributes. Shape-shifting.
You gotta be shitting me right now.
No, I'm quite serious. We placed the specimen in a terrarium alongside other species. We were shocked to find as the amount of new species would seem to disappear, more of the more common species would proportionally be present. We found that...
No, not the fact that it can shapeshift. I mean, you can't possibly mean to tell me that thing that's out there picking off the crew is some aquatic slug. I've seen it on video, partially at least, and I can tell you it was no slug. This thing had legs.
That's what I was getting to. We found that not only could it mimic other species at a cellular level, but in ingesting other organisms, it seemed to rapidly evolve. In many cases, acquiring attributes derivative of its prey.
So you're saying this little sea slug can mimic its way up the food chain and become just like whatever it eats?
I'm saying it doesn't end there. Just because it consumes an organism doesn't mean it's restricted to just taking the same form and aping its skill set. The creatures have demonstrated the capability to reassign organic matter into completely different new tissue. If left to its own devices, we found that they could produce rudimentary venom sacs, crude wings have formed, acidic saliva glands, and even initial cranial telemetric systems. We've witnessed these things move things without touching them.
Oh, fuck me. Now you're telling me these things are telepathic?
No, I'm saying they could be if the conditions were met and the evolutionary demand was concentrated enough. Essentially, they're the perfect adaptive organic machines.
Oh my god.
Not God, Dean. Science.
Yeah? Well, one of your little science experiments is running amok and taking people's lives.
Relax. There are procedures in place for this kind of situation. The Institute can fly a containment squad out here by daybreak. The storm complicates things, but I'm sure they can manage for a high-level emergency like this.
Are you hearing me right now? At least one of these things is out there right now, killing people and posing in their skins as replacements. Right now, we have no way of telling who's really human.
Yes, we do. I can run a test that will prove definitively among us who is genuinely human, but I'm going to need samples of everyone's blood. Here, take these empty needles. Collect a sample from all the remaining crew members and bring them back to me. But hurry. If we wait too long, all the cells will have already assimilated and we will have missed our chance. If we examine everyone's blood quickly, we can spot the predatory cells still in the act of fusing with the host's native blood cells. That's how we'll find out who's really one of us.
Sounds risky. You'd have to get pretty close to someone to extract their blood. But if this will prove definitively the identity of the creature, then it's worth the risk.
Just don't get too close. The creature's awareness is greater as it jumps from host to host. It'll learn your behaviors and adapt to it. That's what it does. Be careful. Remember, Dean, we need that blood as quickly as you can, or the test will be ineffective. I'll contact the Institute and make them aware of our situation. Hurry.
Okay.
Whoa, Dan, don't sneak up on me like that.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to.
What are you doing out here in a storm like this?
Everyone in the rec room is scared to be around each other. They all scattered to different buildings. I came out here to try to talk some sense into them.
You shouldn't be doing that, Trev. It's really not a smart idea to be out on your own right now.
Man, you out here all by yourself, too. At least I think you are. You got any creepy, crawly sharks shucking their way through your guts telling you to kill me right now, right?
My guess is that if I did, I wouldn't be so inclined to tell you about it, would I?
Nah, I guess you would. Well, I suppose there ain't much point in asking. It's been a while since we ran off and checked on Oakville. Anything you want to talk to?
Actually, there is something. There's a helicopter being dispatched to come pick us up. Real pros, G-men, I guess. You know the type. Top-level operatives know how to clean up a mess like this.
Fine, good. So what now? We just hang tight until they get here?
Not quite. We can't risk taking someone back with us who might be infected with the creature. Isabel's got a blood test she's putting together, but I need to get a sample from everyone on deck so we can make sure we're all clean.
This test is guaranteed. No chance of a false positive, is there?
You'd have to ask Isabel about that. All I know is that if I don't get the samples under the microscope as quick as possible, the blood from the creature is going to be impossible to distinguish from the blood of any of us.
Hell, man, why didn't you think so in the first place? Hurry up and get the samples before we run out of time. We'll have to go back to the spray and pray technique.
That's what I came up here to do. Head inside the lab and wait with Isabel. When I get back with the samples, we'll find out if anyone's not on the up and up. Then we'll just have to make it until the chopper gets here. Listen, there's a test we can do to find out which one of us is really the shapeshifter. But I need to collect a blood sample from everyone to do it.
Blood sample? You mean with a needle, right?
That gonna be a problem, Tom?
No problems, just... hell. I guess I don't have a choice on this one. If I don't participate, I guess it doesn't point a good indication my way, does it?
It really doesn't. But look, Isabel's calling in some high-level specialists who are flying out here right now. It'll all be over soon. Our only concern right now is making sure we single out the creature before they get here.
I hope this works, man. When I saw that thing earlier, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it off my mind for a long time.
I don't know why it automatically turns me around when I'm done talking to someone, but I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Relax, Uma. It's me, Dean. I'm human. Listen, I need something from you. I need to take a sample of your blood so we can run it under the microscope and make sure you're really you.
Like a blood test? Like my vision? The ones above the microscope?
Yeah, just like that. I only need a little. Will you comply? Or are you going to make me take it from you?
I suppose you have every right to want to figure out who's the monster. Okay, make it quick. I suck at needles, but I'm willing to give in to whatever it takes to figure this out.
Thanks. We should know the results soon. I think it'd be best if you just stay here until we know for sure, for everyone's safety.
I don't know why it does this either. It also gave me Uma's blood twice.
Hurry up and test the blood. Show everyone what I already know. And be careful. No one is to be trusted.
I mean, it's probably a glitch. I'm not complaining, but...
Easy there. I'm not here to hurt you. It's me, Dean.
I trust you. Kinda. What do you want?
Listen, Isabel knows a way to find out who's really human, but to do it, I need to take a sample of your blood. Just a small one. Then a helicopter will come and take us all away from here. Sound good?
A test? If it means I can stop cowering away and get off this rock, then yeah, you can have some of my blood. Look, I hate needles, so just do it quick, alright? Before I get second thoughts. That pinch. God, I hate needles. But you got what you needed, right? You can tell who's the monster now?
Well, we have to put the blood under the microscope, so no, not yet.
Isabel's got a blood test that can tell us who's the creature and who's a human. There's also some kind of contingency squad flying in through the storm that's going to wipe the place.
Thank God for all that, then. If they're sending in professionals, why the blood test?
I would think that would be obvious, Doctor. Squad or no squad, we're still bumping elbows with a homicidal shapeshifter, and I think we'd all breathe a little easier knowing who it was. Now hold out your arm, please.
Fair point. All right, then. Have at it. I think Isabel's test can finally put the matter to rest. I've never seen everyone so on edge. Not that I really blame them. But this really is a nightmare. If it's okay, I'd like to be alone again for a while. Somehow I just feel safer that way, considering the circumstances and all.
You're not back to stick me again, right? I know getting torn apart by one of those things is beyond worse, but what can I say? I'm a pussy for needles.
All right, Trev, your turn. Just need a little sample of your blood, and we can all know for a fact what you and I already know.
Okay, man. Just make it quick and let's be done with all this.
Okay, you're just gonna feel a little pinch here.
Man, I've gotten shots before. Just do it already.
See? No big deal.
One day, we're gonna look back on all this. Well, not laugh, because, I mean, people died, Dean. People died, and they ain't coming back. Any one of us could be next, huh?
So, this test of yours, can we fully count on it? Is there any chance of an error? Tell me now or consider the blood on your hands.
So long as you get the samples under the microscope before every single invasive predatory cell has fully assimilated, you'll notice an obvious difference.
And it better be obvious. Don't think you're in the clear just yet, Professor. As far as I'm concerned, we all need to pass the test like our life depends on it. Because it does.
I'd expect nothing less. Here. You'll be needing a sample of my blood as well. That should do it. Put it under the microscope and see for yourself. I'm human. You have all I can offer. Only the microscope can exonerate me now. You're looking for transparent cells with wriggling tendrils on all sides. Find that, and you'll find your monster.
Thomas is the one. Guess we have to go kill him.
Isabel, what the hell happened to the microscope? How are we supposed to figure out the shapeshifter's identity now?
Calm down. There must be another way. The creature has a high tolerance for extreme temperatures. If you were to be able to manipulate the air conditioning units, maybe you could get the temperature low enough to trigger a reaction.
What kind of reaction? Would cold temperature force this thing to reveal itself?
I wouldn't say that. I was thinking maybe more along the lines of condensation. A human's breath becomes visible in low temperatures due to the air we exhale being warmed by our bodies. The creatures are cold-blooded, so...
So anybody whose breath I can't see in cold temperatures is probably the creature in disguise.
You can probably lower the temperature levels by using a screwdriver on the air conditioning units. I think Rebecca kept one in a toolbox in the dive equipment lockup.
Okay.
Damn thing broke the microscope. Blood samples won't prove anything now. Any ideas?
Shit, not really, man. But to be completely honest, I don't feel 100% comfortable being around you or anyone else right now. I just want to be left alone until that government team arrives.
Those fuckers will probably try to lock it in some kind of cage and study it. We need to end this now, Trevor. That thing's been tearing through the crew one by one, and you just let it go?
Look, man, I get it. I really get it. You're scared. I'm scared. We're all fucking scared, but help is on the way. We're researchers, man. Not trained monster hunters. Let's just wait till rescue shows up.
There might not be anyone left to rescue when they get here if we don't kill it now. Taking this thing out was your idea in the first place, and so far you've done next to nothing to see it through. You wait for the helicopter if you want. I'm finishing this.
That is true. It was Trevor's idea to kill this thing, and yet he's done nothing to do it. Let's get the screwdriver. I'm gonna go talk to the others before I start trying to mess with the air conditioners. So
Something got to the microscope. We won't be able to tell the creature apart using samples anymore.
We might not have to. There has to be another way. I know this might sound crazy, but I've been known to see things sometimes. Like a glimpse into what might be.
You're talking about what? Some kind of ESP? Like clairvoyance or something?
Something like that. And right now, I'm seeing frost. I'm seeing several figures standing in a circle on a dark night, standing out in snow. They're all exhaling smoke like chimneys. All except for one.
You might be onto something, Uma. I'm not sure, but you might have just given me an idea.
I know it's hard to trust anyone under the circumstances. I would guess even the creature might try to be helpful so as to lead you into letting your guard down. Be wary, Dean.
thanks for the advice. Yeah, see, it only lets you have 24 bullets for the handgun.
Well, the blood test won't work again. Someone sabotaged the microscope. I'll need to figure out another way to decipher the identity of the creature.
Do you think it was the beast who did it?
We can't rule it out. Frankly, it's the most logical option.
Look, if it helps, I keep a spear gun in my locker. Take this key down to dive storage and grab it if you want.
Thanks. This might actually help.
Excuse me.
My locker is towards the right far end. Hope that spear gun can take it down.
And the spear gun only fires 12 shots, I believe, instead of this handgun, which carries 24 shots. Which in real life, I don't think that type of handgun could do. I think...
Somebody sabotaged the microscope in the lab, so now the blood test is no longer an option.
You mean to tell me we have no definitive way of telling a human from an imitation? God help us.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. I'm trying to figure out another method, but we're running out of options. It would be best if you just stay away from everyone else for a while.
I should say so. Damn thing could be any one of us. Oh, I hope that helicopter arrives soon.
Just wait here. I'm going to try to figure this out.
When will we know when it's safe again? Will we know? How much longer until the helicopter arrives? I'd do anything to get off this bloomin' research base.
Yeah, that actually looks like a Desert Eagle pistol, and I think in real life they only carry like 8 shots. Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, maybe not. Okay, let's go play with the air conditioner stuff and see who's who. First, I want to wait until... Let's... Come on. Okay, they're human. Well, looks like it's... Oh, that... Uma died in the previous playthrough I did, the second one. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it, really. The game chooses who dies differently each time.
Yet on just how widespread infection has become, but we have been told here at Channel 12 that attacks have spread rapidly.
Violence erupted across the downtown area tonight as people fleeing a coffee shop massacre were gunned down by military forces. Officials have claimed it was not known which of the individuals were actually human and which were creatures from another world.
Reports of massive fires across the city tonight as chaos continues to sweep the area. The entities now being referred to as creeps have overrun nearly every part of town, leaving survivors to wonder if this could be the dawning of the end of the human race as we know it.
Panic-fueled riots have overtaken several business districts in the area as the invasion continues. Suspicion is at an unprecedented level as townsfolk begin to fear their neighbors and loved ones of actually being one of the creatures.
Police aren't sure just how it began, but have been quoted as saying it is unlike anything they have ever encountered before.
Military forces were quickly overcome on the city's west side this evening as what has only been described as some kind of alien life form overtook the area, consuming those unlucky citizens in their path.
Mass evacuation attempts are being made as people flee the horde of unidentified creatures, infiltrating city homes and businesses, many being halted by military officials. The Pentagon has issued a tri-statewide quarantine in efforts to stop the spread of the
Okay, there we go. I think this is the last of it. And again, it says that Sean survived. He died. Oh well. See you guys in whatever video I do next.